Oh, hey YouTube, welcome back. Today I have this problem. It's problem asked by Amazon and Apple, so it's a pretty famous problem. It's called jewels and stones. I don't know because by the way the maybe it's raining outside, so maybe you hear the sound of raining or something like that. Because actually I can't close the window because it's so fucking hot. I will not be able to breathe. So you just if there is sound, annoying sound of the winter, just ignore it. It's raining actually. I don't know how it's raining in summer, but it is how it is. I'm living in a weird place. So the problem says that you are given a strings called jewels. This is representing the types of stones that are jewels. And stones representing the stones that we have or you have. So each character in stones in is a type of stone you have. You want to know how many of the stones you have are also jewels. Letters are case sensitive, so quite important. So A, it's different than capital A. Okay, so we have this lowercase and uppercase A, and we know how to know how many of our stones are jewels. So the answer should be 3. So if you looked at this A, we have 1 jewel, second, and the third, and the other things are B, and they are not jewels. For this one, we have Z and uppercase Z, but they are kin sensitive, so it doesn't work. So let's try to think about how we can solve this problem. So one way that comes to my mind is that we can make a brute force. So it will be, first of all, will be here in O, and after that in O we loop into joules against A, and if we find something equals to it, we just have, like, let's say have a variable called ns, and this will count the joules or the amount of joules that we have. So we just try to loop from A to this A, and when we find 1 we increase it by 1, and we do the same for A and B, and the time complexity will be let's say this is n and this is m, the m and n, so it will be n multiplied by m because we loop for each one. There's other one is to use a hash set. So basically we'll just save this in a hash set and just try to compare to this one directly, and this will be give us of n time complexity, which will be way more better. So let's just try to think about how we can do it. So first of all, if we want to do a hash set, we will store these joules in a set. So I will say const joules, joules set, or let's call it G set. It will be equals new set. It's from joules dot split. So by doing the split, actually the split returns an array, so each one of them will be as an element. So we have this set, and the set is just an array. It's not an array, but like you can think of it as an array that have only unique values. But this is not true. Like, it's not an array. The set is an object. It's a structured thing. I would tell you something. We can talk in the future about JavaScript, what are set, what is map, what is the array, what is object, what's different between var and let, things like that. But just let me know. Feel free to comment if you wanna know about that. So we have let ns equals, and this will be the answer, our counter, which will be returned in the end of our function, and we will make a loop. So we'll make for, and it will be for let's say const s of stones, and I will say if gset that has the s, I will increase the ans by 1. It's a pretty straightforward, it's a pretty easy, and that's it. Otherwise we don't do anything. Just a pretty easy one. It's pretty straightforward. It's often Time complexity. This problem has been asked by Amazon and Apple, so it's a pretty famous problem. So that's it for this video. I hope my solution was quite good. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. If you don't like my solution and you think that there is a way that I can improve my content, just feel free to give me a comment. This helped me and help me to create better content. So that's it for this video, and see you in future problems.